Welcome to Silver Bar Stacker, folks. I hope everybody's doing well and enjoying their Sunday. That's right, folks. Today is Sunday, and we've got a special one here at SBS. We've got a beautiful mail call here from none other than AG Stacker 1776. And we've also got a couple products that we've never shown before on the channel, as well as a beautiful, beautiful mail call from one of our most trusted Canadian suppliers. So I'm very, very excited to open up into this last package here, because I know this is a supplier that perhaps some of our subscribers here have also purchased from, and so I'm very, very excited, because you can rest assured that anytime we get something from the supplier, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. So before we get into the good stuff, the fun stuff, let's get into the more fun stuff, which is the highly anticipated mail call from AG Stacker. And I would say that this is actually not highly anticipated, because I didn't even know this thing was coming in. So this is actually probably the most unanticipated mail call of the year, I would say. Definitely of the year, possibly of my lifetime, because I really didn't see this one coming at all. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got in here from the man, the myth, as well as the legend. Wow. Striking. The Kansas Kid. A beautiful card here. And in true SBS fashion, we always have top loaders ready to go. This was not staged, folks. I literally just had two top loaders just sitting out here, as one would. And we got a little bit of rim damage here. I don't know if you can see that on the light, but slight bit of rim damage, and that's what makes this a one of one. This is a highly unique, highly sought after Kansas Kid stack pack. It's one of one. Wow. Look at the reverse on this. Beautiful reverse. And look at the set. This is an SBS exclusive set right here. Not sure if you were all aware, but one day you may see this vintage piece featured on the SBS exclusive section of the website, but for now, this is going in the ultra deep stack. Sealed, preserved forever. Here we go. AG Stacker 1776. Beautiful letterhead. Appreciate all of your support. Thank you for being a part of this community. You know, sometimes I feel a part of this community, but sometimes I also feel like I'm an actual part of this community. And I really appreciate that kind message, AG Stacker 1776. Love you, brother. Love you. Just so happen to have this right here. And what do you know? The last time AG Stacker 1776 sent me something, he sent me freaking gold. What a true friend. And my only Scottsdale piece in my entire stack is from none other than AG Stacker 1776. And so this is a reminder of how awesome he is. I love that man. So now what I wanted to show you all here was, I got a few interesting pieces here. So I know there are some Geiger Edelmetalle collectors out there, and Geiger is an interesting one because they're still around, right? So at best you could consider some of their products kind of like a modern collectible, or maybe like a discontinued modern collectible. And so I personally am not huge on Geiger, but there are specific Geiger pieces that I do go crazy over, and specifically I absolutely love Geiger pieces that are no longer in production, because to me those are at least have somewhat of a vintagey feel to them, even though Geiger is still around, right? And there's a chance that, hey, they could potentially go back and create more of that discontinued run. The chances are very slim because they keep upgrading their security features and things like that. And so I really tend to like some of the more discontinued Geiger products more for whatever reason, because I just find them to be a little bit more quirky, right? There's a little bit nuances, right? Every time that Geiger upgrades their products, it tends to be some sort of a difference. And so I like that obscurity of what is different about the older discontinued pieces, right? And so, like, for example, when it comes down to their older silver bars, they used to kind of have more rectangular, unserialized bars without the LAV feature on the back, whereas now most of the silver bars are kind of square shaped, right? When it comes down to the copper bars, most of the copper bars are kind of rectangular shaped, except they have a few of the smaller denominational 1 ounce and 2 ounce copper bars, which are square shaped. So I tend to like those smaller denominational square shaped bars a lot more. Now, when it comes down to Geiger in general, rarely do you ever see them producing any sort of like rounds. I've seen a couple like super old school, rounds from back in like 2015 and stuff, but generally speaking, they don't make rounds. They're more of a bar kind of refiner, right? When it comes down to their gold little floaters, they have little gold floating squares. That's a square shaped bar. When it comes down to their copper bars, they've got a lot of rectangular, some square shaped bars, but they don't have a copper rounds. When it comes down to the silver as well, they don't have very many rounds that I can recollect, except for some that are small, obscure ones that are kind of now discontinued. And so when I saw some rounds available in Geiger, I thought, wow, that's very, very unique. And so Geiger actually sometimes partners with other companies. For example, AppMax. I think AppMax has kind of like a serialized square shaped AppMax branded bar, and it looks just like a Geiger square, and guess what? That's produced by Geiger. So Geiger does make stuff for others as well, including smaller companies as well. And so what you have in front of us, what I have in front of me, what I have in front of me for us are 3 different examples of actual Geiger round sets, and these are extremely low mintage. Very, very few of these were actually produced. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we have inside here. Now, these are a combination of both silver and gold, and so we have a nice selection of boxed up rounds that are both gold and silver. And so these were produced for a company called Kazoo Bullion. I think that's Kalamazoo, Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got here. The Club Edition, 2021, Geiger Edelmetalle. So these come with the original COA. This is a COA 465 of 500. So there's only 500 of these out there. These Silver Edition. Over here, you've got a Gold Edition. Now, the Gold Edition is a little bit lower mintage. These are 250 minted. And this right here, example in front of us, says 130 of 250 minted. Finally, in addition to the Silver and the Gold Edition, they also have kind of a double box set where you actually get one of each. Now, I actually don't have the COA with this one. So let me go ahead and see if I can find one with the COA. Here's one. So this one as well is an edition of 500. This one happens to be the third to last one in existence, which is 498 of 500. So there's 500 of the Silver Edition, there's 250 of the Gold Edition, and there's 500 of the Gold/Silver Edition. So that's pretty cool. You can see right here what the actual products are. You got a small silver round and you've got a small gold round. Now the total mintage, of course, here on the gold rounds is going to be 750 because you got 250 here plus another 500 here. And then your mintage on the silver rounds is going to be 500 plus 500 for a total of 1,000. So that's pretty cool. Quite low mintage, I would say, for a modern collectible, especially since they're no longer being produced. You could make another one identical to this, but it certainly wouldn't be a 2021 edition, right? That's established that there's only 750 gold rounds and 1,000 of the silver rounds. So that's pretty cool. I like things like that where I know definitively what is going on. You got a silver round there. You got a gold round there. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at these. I really love that classic castle that's featured at the front of pretty much all of the Geiger products nowadays. Let's see if we can get that a little bit clearer. Schloss Guldengosa. Pretty cool, honestly. I really like this round quite a bit. And you got the castle repeated there on the back. USA. Geiger Edelmetalle Club, USA. And that's a 1/2 ounce fine silver, 999. So I really, really love this round. I think the design is quite cool. And the fact that it is a round indeed. When's the last time that you've seen a Geiger round? I rarely ever see a Geiger round. And when I do see them, they go up on auction and people got to fight over them. That's what always happens. I've seen this 2015 silver round. I can't remember if it was 1 ounce or a 1/2 ounce, but it was a Geiger silver round, 2015 edition. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know much info about that, but I've seen 1 or 2 pop up before, and it's always shows up as an auction where people have to bid. I haven't won them whenever they do come up for a bid, so I don't have an example to show you, unfortunately. But this right here is a beautiful 1 gram gold round, and this one right here is 4/9 fine. I just love that beautiful, beautiful castle. It's such a intricate design, and the fact that they have them on both sides, I really, really like that about this round. So the 1 gram gold round and the 1/2 ounce silver round. I really, really like these, so I thought, let me just show you these so that you can check them out. I mean, they're pretty cool. Almost kind of forgot that I had them, and so I hope you like those. Hope you thought those were interesting to see. Now, I would say that this beautiful package that we have over here is something that I'm quite excited about. So let's go ahead and get right into it. It's always extremely securely packed, which is one thing, which is a nice thing. It's coming all the way from Canada, and so we expect and hope that it arrives all in one piece, box within a box, as a true professional would. And let's get through the layers, folks. Let's go ahead and get through the layers. Wow. Oh, Canada, your home and native land. Canada dollar, gold chocolate, from my understanding. Very nice touch. A little bit of confetti to make things fun. Tiny little piece all the way from Canada in that big box. Let's go ahead and see what we got in here. 3295. Lucky number. And a nice beautiful purple royal drawstring. So this is what I've been waiting for. This has been my nice gold purchase for the month, and I'm very excited. Now, I don't always make a gold purchase like this every month, but I thought, the opportunity was available, so let me go ahead and purchase this because I love this bar. So this right here, you'll see, is actually a gold bar. And by the size of it, you could probably tell that this is probably a 1 ounce bar. And by this edge here, you could probably tell, if you were a seasoned collector of these pieces, you could probably tell, hey, that looks to be the top of a maple leaf Engelhard. And that would be correct. So I'm very excited to be able to pick up these serialized Engelhard maple leaf bars because they're actually produced by my favorite bank to collect pieces by, which is probably Scotiabank. I also love Royal Bank as well, and I love TD Bank as well, but something about the Scotiabank bars that I just love. So when it comes down to the silver variety, we've got nice mintage info available on allengelhard.com. And when it comes down to the Johnson Matthey and the Engelhard silver 1 ounce bar varieties, both of those are only 1,000 minted. That's crazy. That's a tier 2, super low mintage silver bar. Very, very difficult to find the 1 ounce silver bar Scotiabank, either in the Johnson Matthey or the Engelhard variety. Okay, those are 1,000 minted each. I don't know the mintage on the gold bars, but I suspect that the gold bar mintage is quite a bit lower. Now, all Engelhard doesn't have gold bar information, mintage information, or any information really right now currently on their website. That's kind of a work in progress. So we have very little information to go by when it comes down to the mintages of the gold bars. I suspect that the mintages are probably lower on the gold bars though. Now, when it comes down to the 5 ounce variety on the Scotiabank silver bars, that's a little bit different because there's no Engelhard 5 ounce Scotiabank silver bar. There's only a Johnson Matthey Scotiabank silver bar, and I believe that's 500 minted. So it's a tier 1 bar. It's very, very rare. Very difficult to find the Johnson Matthey 5 ounce silver bar. The 10 ounce silver bar, when it comes to Johnson Matthey and Engelhard, that's a little bit different, okay? Your Johnson Matthey silver bars, Scotiabank, I wouldn't say they're a dime a dozen, but they're a dime every 10,000, right? There's only 10,000 of them out there, right? So they do pop up from time to time, whereas the Engelhard Scotiabank bars, those are very, very rare. Those are only 500 minted. They used to be classified as 250 minted. Now they're classified as 500 minted, according to allengelhard.com. They adjust their mintage information every once in a while when they get new serial information available, right? And so because of that, there may be 500 of those 10 ounce silver bars out there. But regardless, it's still a tier 1 bar. It's still very, very difficult to find, especially at a reasonable premium. Whenever they pop up, they're crazy expensive. So the 10 ounce bar silver, the 5 ounce bar silver, the 1 ounce bar silver, and now the 1 ounce bar gold. Beautiful. Anyways, hope you enjoyed these beautiful unboxings. Cheers.